Just talk about the future for the club. A lot of things we're trying to build are in the infrastructure, and it doesn't always come out in the results on a Saturday. We've worked really hard this season on the medical and the sports science side of things, and we've looked into all our stats. We try and audit it this season. We're in control of muscle injuries. You know, we can't do nothing if a player gets injured from impact. We're in control of muscle injuries, and we've had 98% of training time and playing availability through muscle injuries. So we've only had 2% of players out through muscle injuries, something we can control. And that's part of the good work that the medical team and the club doctors do. We've also worked hard on our recruitment this season through Simon Bassey heading it up, going on to two of our scouts, Steve Johnson and Bob Mapleson. We've covered 250 games, ranging from under-21 football through to League One football, in the search for players and what might be out there in young talent. And compared to the season before, that's a massive step forward. So again, the infrastructure we're trying to work on. We work hard on match analysis. Analysing the games. We've got our own video camera, our own match analysis guy travels, clips all the videos for us so we can show the players, work on stuff with them. We've worked really hard this season producing an under-21 season under Sean North, which has been fantastic, over 25 games. And the boys, the young lads that have come through from the under-18s and under-21s, playing Tuesday in the cup final at Ember Court, which is fantastic. And that's just carried on the good work that the academy do, and it's bridged the gap from the academy to the first team. And hopefully, between us all, we can start producing a lot more of our own players. We've got our new foundation under Kay, so that's going to be stepping in the right direction. So the infrastructure of the club has massively stepped forward alongside work we're doing at the training ground on the pitches. So these are the things that, when you look at trying to progress to the next league, that weren't in place, that we're steadily putting in place over a process of years, that will make a big difference to us being able to progress and stay there as a club. Me personally, on my personal development, you know, I'm disappointed. I know this season I want to do better. Next season I want to do better. I strive constantly to do better, and I promise you that I will give absolutely everything to make sure that results go better on the pitch next season for you. Just the last couple of bits I want to mention. And I want to say a big thank you to all my management team. Their dedication throughout the season has been fantastic, but particularly over the last 6 weeks, when we had the difficulty of knowing the situation the club were in regarding the points. We had an awful lot of pressure on our shoulders. Every time we looked at the league table, we had to imagine it was different. And the way we handled that, the trust that I put in them over an issue that couldn't really be relayed or get out to the players or anywhere else, they repaid that trust. We come up with a plan not to go to Accrington Stanley needing a result, and we got there. And you know, we've handled pressure unbelievably well as a group. And when we beat Plymouth on the bank holiday Monday, we had a huddle in the dugout, and it was emotional. You know, John Sheridan was standing there wondering what the bloody hell was going on, trying to shake our hands, but we was in a huddle because we'd realised that everything we'd been through for 5 weeks, we'd finally got there. And you know, thanks staff, you did absolutely brilliantly. Last thank you to my wife Sarah. You know, we've had a tough 6 weeks. Last season, when we stayed up on the last day, she said, that's got to be as bad as it can get. And this season we've had a few sleepless nights in this last 6 weeks dealing with what we've had to deal with, so I can only say sorry for what my job brings you, but thank you very much. And one last thing, everything I've just said to you, next season there's going to be bigger clubs coming up, bigger clubs coming down. It's going to be tougher. It's going to be tougher next season than it was this season. But you know what? After everything I've just said to you, and after all the pressures that this club has on its shoulders, we thrive on it. So let's bring it on. Thank you.